Alright everyone, and welcome to the Don's channel. I am the Donfather, and I'm now going to be reacting to some AFL. This is AFL Biggest Hits and Bumps of 2019, and credit for this video goes to Pipstar. My man Pipstar is making loads of cool video compilations up in relation to AFL, Aussie rules. I should have probably seen some of these. I followed quite a lot of this sport live, watched a lot of games. I think at one point I was watching up to 5 games a weekend live. It was absolutely exhausting stuff, but thoroughly enjoyable. Fell in love with this sport without a doubt. But Pipstars went out of his way to make quality video here, a compilation of all the biggest hits and bumps of last year, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. Reminded me of some of the stuff that I've saw live and maybe never really thought too much about. It's funny that when you watch it back in like a YouTube video, you can appreciate just how big a hit it actually was. In the live game, you're like, wow, what a hit, but when you actually put it all together in a compilation video, it makes for very special viewing indeed, and it's really, really enjoyable to react to. So I hope you enjoy the video and the reaction. The original video will be in the description section below as well, if you want to watch it without me, but I don't think that's wise. I mean, look at me. I'm only messing. Do check out the original video. Pipstar's making loads of good stuff. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you like his stuff. Thanks very much. Anyway, no more talking. Let's go. Oh, that was brilliant stuff.
Coming for him, and he's down. He might be out. Gee, Zach Butters came in from the front really hard, wasn't it?
For a long time too, and he's just been crunched from both angles. It's great commitment from all players, nothing malicious.
They've absolutely sandwiched them there, smashed them.
The head behind the right here. Here's Davis. Just
oh yes!
Wow.
You felt that. That's what it's all about. That's fucking rib smashing stuff there. Look at this. Boom. Straight into the rib cage, and he is out of there. I think it's Rioli he's hit there. Oh yes!
Sydney Stack just set him down.
He just fucking pummeled him.
All over it. That is
Sydney Stack, one of the young rising stars of the game.
That's how you deliver it.
Bang! Fucking into him.
But even wider and longer is Brown.
Oh, brilliant.
Over the top of Phillips.
We look at the huge hit, bravery.
The knee straight through the chest there, into the heart.
Ball keeps rolling.
Boom.
Big hip and shoulder on the ball. Got a bit of his own medicine there. Hasn't bounced up in a hurry either. He's still down.
Here's the last hit in. This just explains the toughness in this contest right throughout the day, and that one's down.
He's just literally stood firm and he bounced completely off his kind of hip and ass.
Now Rose.
He felt that.
Across his body, Blakey. Well, that's
yes!
You can go back and have a shot from
Excellent
about
effort
35.
there. Closed them down. 2 of them smashed Blake.
Big Witsy's come in.
That's what it's all about. Another young player I like, Blake there for Sydney Swans. Really good future ahead of him, there's no doubt.
Fancied himself. Coming across the face.
Oh yes, it's those ones coming from your blind side. You don't see them coming, and they just leave it on you.
Okay, a little grog.
And a little bit of handbags for afters.
There's the hit there.
Just his teammates showing a little bit of disgust in the way he's cleaned them there. No attempt really to get the ball, just to hammer the player. And do you know what? I have no problem with it. I think it's fantastic to watch. Bontempelli showing that he's the better man there. Just stood strong, stood his ground. Oh, fucking magical stuff there.
He was on the run.
And if it's against Collingwood, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. No matter what you do, if it's against Collingwood, it's perfectly fine.
Bundled over by Cameron. Cleary there getting involved. And it's taken to the line. And Houston feeling the effects of that bump.
He's not moved an inch from it. He's took the collision there. Boom. He's caught kind of again in and around the central area of the chest, but it's like the shoulder went into him. Bang! Charlie Cameron has wiped him out there. Oh, yes! do you know what? When you're watching that on the screen, you don't appreciate the power and the force that they are thumping into each other at.
I know what's coming.
It's taking the wind right out of you. I mean, Franklin, he's about 6'5", 18 stone. You're gonna feel it when you hit this guy, or rather, he hits you.
Laird was good though, he just picked himself up.
But he isn't actually a dirty player.
Big clash here.
Look at it's the dominance of the man. It's the physical prowess of the man. Great video. I'm actually disappointed that I never seen. I think it was Anderson of North Melbourne this year. He put 2 or 3 hit. I suppose it was more like tackles, but the way he drove the player into the ground. There was a couple of challenges from Anderson last year that blew me away. He's not the biggest of players, but the absolute ferocity of the man, when he dives into the challenge, it hammers the players down. It makes for spectacular viewing. Really disappointed he wasn't put into the video, but some of those hits are spectacular. And again, I want to go back to the point that I made. In replays and in slow motions, it does not do the sort of force of the challenges justice, really, for me. I've been hit against a guy, a Fijian lad. He was about 20 odd stone, I think, and he run full fucking pelt at me, and I'm standing strong, ready to just get hit, and I swear I spun round and fell over. I couldn't stay on my feet, even though I was leaning into it, waiting on the challenge coming. And as he's just about hit me, I've leaned forward to take, to kind of soften the impact, and it fucking hurt. I'm not joking. My neck whipped, my body knocked the wind out of me, spun me round, and I fell over. Could not stay on my feet. So I've got a rough idea of what it's like to get hit by physical athletes like that, and it fucking hurts. Especially when you're blindsided, they're coming across you. In the AFL, it's a beautiful sport. It's not just tackles that you see coming. They're coming from all around you, 360. You've got to be aware that when you pick up that footy, somebody's coming for you, and they're coming for you at speed, and they're going to leave it all on you. So there's no time to fuck about. You've got to have eyes on the back of your head nearly. You've got to be aware of where you are on the footy field, and also where your teammates are to offload that ball quickly and just keep the ball moving. And sometimes, as I say, you're going to be blindsided. You're not going to be hit head on. Sometimes you're going to be hit from the side, and people are going to hit you directly with the shoulder. There's none of the shite that you've got like within the rugby. You can still shoulder bar someone, or shoulder charge, just leave it through them, smashing ribs, exploding lungs and livers for fun. And it makes absolutely excellent viewing. How could you not like this sport? I question your sanity if you don't like this sport. There's something seriously wrong with you. A group of men going out onto a footy field, giving it their all for a fucking full house of fans at the MCG, 80,000-90,000 at the games at the MCG, all fucking loving the game, cheering you on. How can you not love this sport? It's an absolute pleasure to watch. It's a pleasure to react to. But the live games are even better again. It wasn't really until I watched the live games, somebody said to me, you have to watch the live games, because I was doing reactions like this here, and it gave me a sort of, I was starting to get an enjoyment for the sport through the reactions. And it wasn't until I started to watch the highlights of the games, then I went and watched the live games, then you get to speak to people about the sport, and you just realise how good it is, and you can appreciate why people fall in love with it, and they're fanatical about it. And down under, I mean, this is a religion, it's a way of life, and I get it, I totally get it. If I grew up in Australia, I would be a diehard. I would be at these games, I'd have been playing it from no age, I'd be living it and breathing this sport. I'd be talking about it all day, every day with my mates at work, just looking for the weekend to come round so you can go to the footy with your mates and get some beers in. That's what it's all about. Excellent sport, and it is because of the sort of it's described as a gladiator type sport, but it is kind of primal, isn't it? Where they're still fucking smashing each other, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly within the letters of the law, the rule book. I know it's been slightly watered down in certain aspects from what it was, but it's still a top sport when it comes to full contact. It's a pleasure to watch. I cannot wait for 2020 season to start in a month and a half's time. It's just to whet your appetite and mine that I'm doing these reaction videos. It is good to do reaction videos, but it's even better to talk about the game. It's even better for me to analyse the games after what I've just saw and engage with the AFL community. That's what I enjoy more. I enjoy it more than the reaction, but this is just a wetter appetite. They're really good videos put together. Do check out Pipstar. He's making great videos. It's a few now that I've done. I've even asked him for permission. He was more than happy for me to do these reactions on his stuff, so it's fantastic that, and I feel that he deserves a shout out as well. So do check him out and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well, guys. I'm going to be bringing you loads of Aussie rules, loads of sport, loads of content on Australia, so don't go anywhere. If you want to see that, subscribe and fire the notifications bell on. You can also follow us on social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, etc. all in the description section below, and other ways in which you can help fund and support the channel, such as Patreon. You can become a patron, or we're doing a donation page to get us to Oz, where we're going to be doing an AFL vlogging trip with the channel, and all proceeds from that are going to funding that trip. So that would be greatly appreciated. It's called Get Us to Oz. Check it out, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I am the Donfather. That was the AFL biggest hits and bumps of 2019. Really enjoyable video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.